You've probably heard this before. Team-based multiplayer shooter with MOBA elements. It is very easy to discount Deadlock as just another game in a growing pile of failures in a horrendously overpopulated genre. Hell, I was gonna discount it as well when I first heard about it. But then I saw the developer, Valve. Yeah, that Valve. I immediately knew I had to at least give it a chance, and well, holy crap, this game is good. Deadlock, as mentioned, is a third-person shooter mixed with a MOBA. But because those buzzwords can describe anything from Overwatch to League of Legends, if you stretch the definitions just a little bit, let me explain how the basic premise works. You and a buddy get assigned to one of the 3 lanes, green, blue, or yellow. Each lane is 2v2, but anyone can wander to any other lane at any time. It's usually called ganking when that happens. It's sometimes a good play if you manage to kill your opponent and get their souls, but usually the better play is to stay in your own lane and farm these candle-looking dudes for souls. Use these souls to buy items to make you more powerful. Eventually, it becomes less valuable to sit in a lane and push to each other's friggin' guardians all day, and that usually signifies the end of the laning phase. From there, your goal is to eventually push a lane all the way down to destroy the enemy patron, repeating the same process in laning phase of getting more souls, becoming more powerful, and eventually you kill the opponents, you take their towers, you go all the way to their base, and you murder their patron. Whoever murders the patron first wins. But in order to help you understand how to actually play Deadlock, I'm going to talk about laning phase because you can extend the basics of laning phase across the whole game. And once you're in the right mindset, you should be able to understand how to successfully counter your opponents and bring home the W. God, I feel weird saying that. We're going to use this game as an example. I am playing 7, my partner is a McGinnis, and we're fighting a Bebop and a Vindicta. Now, very important to note, 7 and McGinnis both lack good close range options. Both of us excel at medium range, about this range that you're seeing right here, where we can shoot our opponents to heart's content. This is also a time where we're good to mention that there's a pause function, and it's pretty much exclusively used to be fucking annoying by people. Yeah, like we really pause to talk shit. Anyway, essentially all you need to really understand here, Bebop and Vindicta are 2 different characters that function very differently. But the main thing I'm focused on in this matchup, in order to win it, is Bebop's hook. If I show myself and move too predictably with his hookup, I risk getting yoinked directly to him, staked to the floor by Vindicta, and then they could both just beat the crap out of me for free, and I'm way too far from my McGinnis to be able to make an impact because of how long Bebop can hook me from. So, when Bebop misses his hook, it's our time to go directly in on him. And Vindicta's not going to be able to do much about it because Vindicta is a long-range character, while Bebop is more of a mid-range character and short-range character. As such, we understood the matchup, we waited for Bebop's hook to go down, he made a positioning mistake and went way too close to us, we get the kill, and we're now winning laning phase. That is how you should play Deadlock throughout the entirety of the match. Know what your opponents are going to do, know what you can do to counter them, know where you're strong, know where you're weak, and play around that. Never take a fight that you cannot win. Never take a fight where you're at a disadvantage or could be at a disadvantage. The team who formulates a plan around not just their abilities, but their opponent's abilities and their positioning, they will win. This is obviously a laning example, but you can apply this to the entirety of Deadlock. Speaking of, let's go over the next most important thing. How you play and approach the game will vary wildly between characters. Some characters, like the Doorman, have complex kits involving shootable bells and door portals. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing in this entire clip, but I'm doing something and I'm having fun. I'm fucking pissing off the beginners. I'm doing shit. And other characters will, well... Oh wow, there's a bunch of people here. Okay. I did it. I could explain like an hour's worth of movement tech, and maybe I will eventually, but the movement in this game is so insane that Drifter and Haze, two characters, by the way, who lack movement abilities, just watch the clip. Basically, I dash forward to try and find the Haze. Because I'm playing Drifter, I can hear a heartbeat of where the Haze is because Haze is alone. So I start tracking her down. I miss my only movement ability because I suck. I have to attach it to her to get there. She does wall jump off of there to get onto that wall to wall jump up to there, as you can see where the blood trail went. And she doesn't realize I'm still behind her thanks to my incredible movement speed because I'm playing fucking Drifter. So I claw the shit out of her, dealing a massive damage. I go up to her and... Fuck yeah, okay, every character has a parry. Okay, every character can parry melee attacks. I need to get the fuck out of here. Okay, I need to get the fucking shit. Okay, we cut the next clip, Jesus. Obviously, different characters occupy different archetypes. You have your classic in-the-face brawlers like Abrams and Billy. You have your long-range snipers like Vindicta. But a weird trend I've noticed is that characters seem to lean more into first-person and third-person shooter archetypes rather than MOBA archetypes. Like, the only mages are Paige and Sinclair, but that really comes from how the item systems work, which I'll get to in a quick moment. Every character can be broken down into 4 abilities, one of which is an alt, a la classic every fucking game ever that is a MOBA ever, Jesus fucking Christ. But abilities can be upgraded separately as well, which I know sounds really similar to every other game, but these aren't just damage buffs. Upgrading your abilities actually adds more unique properties to it in most cases. Sometimes it is just a damage buff, but using Vindicta as an example here, you can make Vindicta's flight give you more ammo. You can make her ultimate at max level give you even more souls than usual. You can make her stake start applying debuffs. You have to invest more and more ability points into one ability to give it these additional useful buffs, but you can choose what you want to do. If you want to have all your abilities have the same level of usefulness, you can invest them sporadically into whichever one you feel like at the moment. If you want to fully commit to one thing, like I fully committed to Snipe for those extra souls, you can. You can invest fully into your ultimate the moment your ultimate is unlocked, and once you gain enough ability points to do so. You gain ability points through just collecting souls, and your patron's like, I will give you a boon, or whatever. And that is the main part of determining your build. The other part is the item shop, which I'll get to now. But before that, if you want a video in which I go over every character and talk about should you play them based on other characters and other games, who you play, let me know, because I'd love to do that. Seems like a fun video idea. Gun, health, spirit. Each of these pages look complicated as hell, but using the power of reading, we can understand what each item does. Essentially, you got 8 slots down at the bottom left there, with 4 more unlocking as your team progresses towards destroying the enemy base. You get additional slots for blowing up guardians, blowing up walkers, and blowing up base guardians. Each slot can be invested into with 1 item, and investing into each category of item, i.e. gun, spirit, health, will give you more gun, spirit, and health. Obviously. Now, I could go over what every single item does, but instead, let me just go over some of my favorites, shall we? Rescue Beam is an incredibly fun ability. If there's an ally in trouble, you can pull them to you, heal them, and get them the hell out of the situation, all in one ability. very helpful to have. I think you can kick the crap out of the people that try and chase, despite the fact that you rescue beamed, because they're dumb with a giant fucking bebop laser. And you can use rescue beam on several other things as well. I don't have footage of this, but if an ally's playing 7 and they're ulting, why not just pull the giant storm cloud of death to you? Huh? Vampiric Burst lets you... Wait, where's the audio for this?
I've yet to meet one that can outsmart a bullet. Cry some more.
Then there's Majestic Leap, which makes you go, whee! That's all it does. You just go, whee! Another important thing to note is that pretty much any character can run any kind of build. Like, you could run a full damage Kelvin, like I'm running here, to make my beam do as much damage as possible. I could have been running full supportive items to heal my teammates and keep them alive. You could use my dome to 1v1 someone, but obviously characters will run different kinds of builds depending on the character. Like, Paige's gun book thing is so shit that obviously there's no way I could possibly lose a fight to a gun Paige, right? Certain items can be used to destroy certain characters pretty effectively. Like this Vindicta's all the way in the air, so I just used Knockdown on them. And now they're on the floor to be beaten the crap out of really quickly. And get the fuck back here, I'm gonna kill you! Fuck, come here, get the fuck, don't you fucking run for me. Don't you fucking run for me. You can't run for me. You can't run for me, my Guinness is already here. You're done. Your Dunyan Rings, you are gone. And now I'm the one delivering the urn. Yeah. What the hell do I buy now? Oh yeah, I should probably, like, actually explain what the hell the objectives are. That'd be smart. Anyway, all you really need to know is once 15 minutes gets hit, there's like a mid-boss that drops a rejuvenator, which gives you a respawn. And there's an urn, you deliver it, it gives you souls, and there's these bridge power-ups that give you temporary powerful buffs, and there's jungle camps, you can farm them for money, and there's also boxes you can also farm for money, as well as gambling, which you can also farm for money, and farm the stat buffs. And if you're wondering, that is a 10-minute section that I had in my script that I just condensed down to 30 seconds because I don't care. Oh, also, you can find other people's builds very easily just by hitting a couple buttons. And each of them are just as varied as the characters are. So you don't have to scrounge too hard to find a build you like. Now that I've successfully skipped the worst section of my script, Jesus Christ, why the hell did I spend like an hour writing that? It was the most boring, eye-glazing shit ever. I do need to talk about some issues. This is going to be a section of mostly complaining. Nothing I'm going to mention here is really major and a game-breaking issue. There used to be game-breaking issues in the game, like, you know, Launch Drifter, but they've been somewhat smoothed out. The first main issue is matchmaking. God, matchmaking. Matchmaking has to be finely tuned in literally any team v team game to keep matches fun and keep matches fair. And Deadlock's is, fucked up some of the time. Most of my matches have either been horrific stomps or matches where the entire outcome is decided by one or two players on each team that actually know what they're doing. I don't know why this is, and matches are able to be brought back from the brink of defeat pretty often, so it's not the worst thing ever, but it's enough to be annoying, you know? Like, I don't think the fresh install Abrams that's literally buying no items because he skipped the tutorial should be in the same match as me and the 7 that's currently destroying everyone's shit. I don't think that should be happening, you know? Another thing. You know where I said certain characters have to do advanced trigonometry to get shit done, where other characters just go, wee? Yeah, that's an issue. This might be a me thing, and if I have to play Sinclair and do literally advanced trigonometry, not even fucking kidding, to land the goddamn bolts, while Hayes holds left click on me and gets the exact same damage and exact same value. Does that sound fair? There's kind of little incentive to play a more complex character when the simple ones just do the job better thanks to overpowered passives. There's also, and I'm going to say two characters in specific who have this problem far more than any other characters. Drifter and Hayes have this issue where by existing, they make a noticeable impact because they're just better. Hayes sucks as a character, first of all. I just want to make that very clear. Hayes sucks. Hayes is in an awful spot because Hayes cannot be balanced ever. Because Hayes' entire passive is to just click on things better. This makes her better at farming, better at taking objectives, better at fucking long-ass team fights, shreds tanks. The shredding tank issue isn't a problem, but everything else is. Because Hayes, as long as they're playing correctly, is ahead of everyone else in the match. And while their util is disgustingly low, at the same time, if Hayes is ever, like, balanced, you know, solid 50% win rate, completely on par with everyone else, then that's annoying. For comparison, right? Zed is a character in League of Legends that Riot intentionally keeps shit because fighting a Zed that's actually at the same power level as everyone else is a miserable, awful experience that no one wants to deal with. So, you know. Drifter also has this problem a lot more, where Drifter's existence just means you cannot farm, and if you're ever alone, you die. The jungle is his domain, and he gets stronger permanently as the match goes on. Mina also has this issue, but to a fair less extent, since Mina actually has to, you know, work with her team because she has no crowd control options besides her silence. But, I don't know. It's just Drifter and Hayes get so much value for so little effort. Meanwhile, Bebop misses his hook and he's next to useless. I don't know, it's a minor thing of effort versus reward, I guess. The final issue I have is match length. For reference, and I actually have the stats here, I have been going through and playing every character at least once to figure out their weaknesses and figure out their strength, because, you know, the best way to learn a game is to play every character, learn their weaknesses, you know, usual. And most matches take, like, way too fucking long. Like, I think the ideal Deadlock match is 30 minutes-ish. Some people might prefer 40, but I think 40 is, like, the absolute limit. I've seen matches last, like, an hour to 50 minutes pretty consistently. Now, this might be an issue of the player base is just kind of shit, but at the same time, the walkers and guardians especially just feel like they're made of paper. Like, one minion wave pushing into a walker sometimes will just destroy half of its health. I don't know. I don't really know how to solve the game length issue besides maybe making a League of Legends Rift Herald or the gigantic patron rampage thing. God, I miss Gigantic. Please, God. Give us that mechanic, but without the horrible developer mismanagement of Gigantic. Holy shit, game's so nice they fucking killed it twice. I don't know. I just have the thoughts out there. Match length should be lower, though. I do think it's a fair bit too long. Anyway, my final complaint is that Deadlock doesn't teach me how to... Wait, doesn't teach me how to make a fucking... Doesn't teach me how to make a... An outro? What? Oh, that I was supposed to put an outro in the script. Okay, video outro. Thank you to Wakefield H, User Faces, Loldar, So Cat, Northstar, Pledge 23, Lord Sword of Fibit, Timo, and Sathier Lapin. YouTube support show, go help me out, support, good, yes, support. Holy shit, Sathier, 12 months, goddamn. Yeah, video over. Let me know if you want that next Deadlock video. I'd love to make that Deadlock video. And now that you're into this video, if you're wondering why my name has been on Starva in literally all of these clips, it's because of a joke with my friends. And if you didn't notice that, now you have. Bye!